So it was so great to see sports come back this weekend. I mean, nothing like having an excuse to do some day drinking on a Sunday or a Saturday or any day. But one of the things that really stuck out to me about sports, especially watching this particular weekend, was, man, everybody's playing really well.
Banks and brutal today. Not bad. Throws it.
Strokes gained putting this week. And there you go, Dustin Johnson, another birdie, moves to 9 under.
And I thought, initially it's probably having to do with, they had some time off, time to rest and evaluate and practice. And, now with this, situations being what they are, every play counts and every play is super important because it could be the last. Who knows, right? But then I realized, I think it's just because nobody's looking at him. About performing for me in any level is it's not so much can you do it and can you do it consistently, but can you do it when people are in your face watching you? There's a whole different kind of pressure when it's live. I know from doing stand-up, when you're in your room practicing your bits, coming up with your ideas, I'm the king of comedy, man. I can't go wrong. I'm strutting around like everything is just crushing. Timing's perfect. Pitch is perfect, vibe is perfect. And all of a sudden you start to get people in the room and we get in line to meet the baby and I see my friend, I see his wife, I see the baby and I'm like, man, that's a fat baby. And I was like, I'm not gonna call the baby, I'm 27% adult, man, I'm not gonna call a baby fat in front of people. And I also, I know babies are a little fat and a little chunky, but this was different. All right, this was like sci-fi fat. It was like a little... Everything changes, there's an energy when people are watching. People are looking and expecting something. It's an X factor that just changes the parameters. And I notice it's the same thing. I've been fortunate enough to direct some movies and write some screenplays, and it's the same thing. When you're in the editing bay by yourself or at the typewriter in the 1800s. No, but you know what I mean? If you're at your laptop or you're writing your script and you're doing your thing, in your room, it's the best thing you ever read. You read it over again, you're like, every verb and context and character is just singing in this beautiful way. Then you read it out loud in front of one other person, you're like, boring. This is taking too long, the scene is lagging, this character is not being developed. I just don't feel the connection. But it takes that other person being in the room to feel it and to see it. And it kind of shakes something out of it. It makes it new and makes it better. I'm thinking that's what's going on with these athletes. I mean, you gotta see this. A 10-way tie in a PGA championship? That's crazy, man. That's not showing a lack of skill. You know what I mean? That's not showing a lack of ability. That means that when nobody's watching, everybody's crushing. We're all just as good as one another. In basketball, same thing. You have these guys just coming out of nowhere, just doing great. And it's because they were great the whole time. But great to that level. There's that other X factor, that other thing that makes it different, and it's people watching. As soon as people are there and there's a pressure on, it's a different set of circumstances, different expectations. I know from comedy, one guy coughs, one guy yells, that could just throw the whole rhythm off, and now you don't know where you are. Same thing with sports. I think a lot of these guys, they might be, shy or awkward in certain respects of life, but they just crush on the court. Now with nobody there sort of yelling or cameras in your face, they're allowed to just crush in that way. It's a very intense, no holds barred, everything means everything practice. Because it doesn't have that element of it, that element of everybody watching, those things being clapped behind the backboard, people yelling, cameras behind the thing. And I'm not saying it's better or worse, I'm just saying it's different. And I'm saying as a fan, someone who watches sports, watches competition, watches comedy, the thing that's most exciting about it is, can they mess up? On the big stage with everyone watching, are they going to be able to deliver? And we all know it subconsciously. Oh man, I can hope they deliver. I hope they can do it. I hope they can make it real. And then if they do it and they deliver, we even go, oh man, we're even watching them, waiting for them to mess up. And they still delivered. That excitement, that tension between the audience and the people performing, whether it's athletes, whether it's comedy, whether it's movies, anything. There's a little bit of a tension there. And as soon as there's someone else in the room or someone else that's not involved in it, they add something to it, a pressure, an expectation that makes it different, that makes it more exciting. And that's the one thing that I think we are missing now. And I'm hoping that we get it back soon, so please stay safe, wear your masks, stay indoors if you can, because, you know, we got to get back to that. We got to get back to that tension. It doesn't count unless you can do it when someone's watching. And so I hope we get back to that soon. Anyway, thank you for listening. I've been Jason Delgado. I'll still be Jason Delgado next week. And hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.